recognize myself for 5 minutes for an opening statement. Let's start with the notice of proposed rulemaking on outbound investment. We've talked a good bit about this. As I said in my opening statement, I think it's a step in the right direction what the administration has done. I welcome it. But we have time-tested tools of sanctions that are clear, red light, green light, what's permissible, what's not permissible. So we have a notice of proposed rulemaking, and there's a line established that is about what is investable technology that's prohibited versus a reporting regime, and it's not clear. So just want to have one question as an example. The difference between AI, artificial intelligence used for an MRI in a medical setting to identify cancer, and a drone operator using location targets, imaging, to target in a weapons setting. How do you draw the distinction between those two different AIs?
Well, we recognize that in artificial intelligence, it's widely used for many different purposes, and the regime that we've proposed is really oriented toward those uses that are clearly national security risks. We want to make sure that China and other countries of concern don't gain access to technologies and products that are critical for
So why not just name names and say, don't invest in these companies? Isn't that the clearest route to stem the flow of capital going into Chinese technology? Let me give you another example. So the regulation says that AI that operates at either the 10 to the 24th, 10 to the 25th, or 10 to the 26th computational operations would not be investable for Americans. What is the real-world difference between these operational levels and the significance of one being used in a military capability setting?
Well, we've tried to target technologies that are critical and can contribute to military intelligence or cyber capabilities in countries of concern. We want to make sure that what we're doing here is narrowly targeted at clear national security.
But why not just use
risks.
sanctions for that? Why not just use direct sanctions that say do not invest in these companies? Red light, green light, there's the complete clarity here. Why not just go with that approach?
Well, sanctions usually are put in place after something has occurred that creates a problem, and these are very rapidly evolving areas. We know that there's a gap in our regulatory framework, and we want to make sure that American firms and persons are not contributing through their investment activities to enabling firms in China or other countries of concern.
So we're trying to get at the same thing. I'm saying clearly we have sanctions that we can proactively take on companies that are using this technology, and it's far clearer. And that is a far clearer way to stem the flow of U.S. investment capital into China. Let me switch to one additional topic, which is the beneficial ownership regime. As I said in my opening statement, we wanted clarity here. We didn't want redundancy. Why did the Treasury bifurcate the beneficial ownership rules and move forward without the third rule? And when can we expect Treasury to publish the customer due diligence or the CDD rescission rule? Right now, you have two reporting regimes on small businesses. This is onerous. When are we going to clear what's the timeline to clear that up?
So that's something we're working on revising to make sure it's consistent with the requirements of the Corporate Transparency Act. I believe that we're hoping to get something out this fall. We're engaging right now with other stakeholder agencies to discuss the substance of the proposal, and we want to have a notice that will enable the public to weigh in with their own comments.
All right. Well, right now, because of Rules 1 and 2 going live, every small business in America has a new reporting requirement that they are most likely unaware of, and this needs to be clear.